Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Right now, the Hornets are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look at the Bucks. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Next to Porzingis. Elbow shot is on the way. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Kicks it out to Banchero. 6 to shoot. Halliburton for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And for Porzingis, gosh, a dunk looks so easy.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jones, no one around him. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
I like the quick trigger from Jones that time. I know the shot was there, and I know he didn't wait for it.
Man, showing some terrific range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now, Halliburton, following the three-point attempt by Anthony Davis. Here's Salon. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. That one's not going to go. The Bucks trail. Here's Porzingis. Kicks it out to Jones. Porzingis with the ball. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Banchero. Offline with his 3. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Peterson. Into the lane. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Like a fierce two-hander. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
Substitution for Milwaukee. T. Dante.
1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Tilly. Back to Antetokounmpo. They need this one. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Count that one. Banchero's got 5.
Oh, nice touch from the mid-range. Banchero, it's great watching his confidence continue to grow.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in. I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
For DiVincenzo coming into the league, wanting to prove that he belongs, he's done more than that. It's about building his confidence now.
Bucks trailed by 5. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Porzingis. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
So nice to see a big guy with that kind of shooting touch. One of Porzingis' strongest attributes.
Here's Tilly. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hornets lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Here's Dick. An easy 2 points on the layup. Dick's got his first bucket in this one.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Inside. Here's Davis. Can't hit the short-range fadeaway. Hornets leading by 3. Pass to Stokes. Shot clock at 6. Here's the lob to the hoop. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 5-point Hornets lead.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Davis. Back to Beasley. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
In the corner, Stokes with it. Over Beasley. Tilly grabs the rebound. Bucks trailed by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's the Hornets ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Stokes. Banked in off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
To the wing right side. A three for DiVincenzo. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, you want to chase him off the three-point line. DiVincenzo able to settle in that time.
To the middle. Here's Stokes. And Davis pulls it down. Bucks trail by 4. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's Andrews. Still yet to score. There's a good screen. Pass to Stokes. Goes up on the wing. Count it. Good.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Davis with it. And it's Davis with it. The jam.
Phenomenal strength there by AD to take the hit and finish that one.
The NBA's scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court. Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the half. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
On the basket by Jones.
In attack mode, Jones going right to the hoop.
Pass to Stokes. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Ooh, put a little extra on that.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Outside, Jones. And Jones with the stuff.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Hornets leading by 4. Here's Andrews. Scoreless thus far. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Fires the three. Rebounded by Kamare. Bucks trail by 4. Beasley with a clean look. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Yeah, that's one of the things Beasley is known for. He's a catch-and-shoot guy.
24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Andrews. Pass to Stokes. Makes it off the glass. Stokes has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Back to DiVincenzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hornets on top, up 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Jackson. No scoring in this one. Giannis inside. For the tie, it's rebounded by Salon. Charlotte in the lead. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo? Porzingis showing a little strength down low that time. You can't get upset at the D for being physical with him on that play.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Down low. Releases. Outside for Halliburton. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
The Bucks trail. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Porzingis, it's a 2. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Pass to Kessler. Right wing. It's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. Left side Jackson for the lead. And the Bucks miss again.
We talked about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Halliburton with it. Kessler the screen. And finished off by Halliburton.
Running the pick and roll with just tremendous patience and poise. Halliburton reading the defense so well. He exploited that opening.
Giannis high post. Porzingis, that's a 2. And again, the Bucks miss.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And finished off by Banchero.
How about Banchero showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
Driving in, machetes his way, Giannis! And the dunk by Giannis.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Kicks it out to Banchero. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Banchero's got 10.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Porzingis can't hit.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And Banchero, here we go.
And I know Coach loves to see Banchero get rolling capable of some serious production.
Giannis outside. Takes it inside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Peterson. Pass to Salon. Out to the right wing. Onto Kumbo with the steal. Giannis cleaning up the fast break.
Yeah, don't let Giannis get a step on you. His one step counts for 3 sometimes, and he's gone.
Here's Peterson. He has 5. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that is such a beautiful move, Kevin. Why go straight up when you can throw down the reverse?
Well, that one's going to have its share of time on the highlight reel for sure. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Salon, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Ben Keller.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Timeout is called by Charles Lee. Timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. There's a minute left here in the third quarter.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Into the lineup for the Bucks.
Milwaukee with the ball. 9-point game. Outside, Porzingis. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. Giannis with the dunk and throwing it down hard.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
For Milwaukee, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this one.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Andrews, no good. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Porzingis. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Porzingis not letting anything or anyone get in his way right now offensively.
Here's Stokes. Offline with the baseline jumper. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Hornets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. So it's the Hornets now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Andrews. Pass to Dick. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
To the right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 4.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
3-pointer. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And the shooting numbers just keep going up and up for Dante.
And he banks in the layup.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Bucks trailed by 3. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Hornets with the rebound. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Over to the wing. Pass to Andrews. 6 on the shot clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 5-point Hornets lead.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Stokes. With the fadeaway. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
And the jump by Giannis.
Yeah, once Giannis gets the ball there, you can forget it.
Hornets leading by 3. Pass to Stokes. It's all about Antetokounmpo. Here's Tilly. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
To the left side wing. And he converts the layup.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Giannis outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Giannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Charlotte in the lead. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Charlotte?
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps. Oh, Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Salon. There's the pick. Lots of room. Back to Halliburton. A 3 ball. It's good from long range. And the Hornets lead by 4.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
First team foul.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Banchero. Outside Jackson. 5 to shoot. Here's Giannis. That's where Giannis wants the ball.
Oh, gigantic shot here by Giannis. He's showing he's ready to deliver another big moment.
Banchero with the screen. Launches it. Rebounded by Jackson. Here is Milwaukee now. Trailing by 2. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's Peterson. Driving to the basket. Count.
Well, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Out to Porzingis to take the lead. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Back to Halliburton.
That's right. No other option but to foul for some misses.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Kessler. Yes!
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 4. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
Outside, Jones. From deep three-point land. That shot, no good. And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. It was...
Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Yeah, it's not always just about free throw shooting, but it can be a large factor and disrupt your confidence.
Here's Salon. Outside for Halliburton. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. And Salon gets it to go. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Soft touch off the glass.
So much strength and quickness coming from Giannis.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. And we're about a minute into the first. Here's Salon. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Salon, he's got his second bucket on the night.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. Halliburton with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Now Halliburton. Davis with a rebound. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Jackson for 3. Offensive board. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
And I think Porzingis is realizing as he gets on in years in the NBA, his size and getting to the offensive rebound is going to help him score.
Left side, Davis. Over Halliburton. Davis misses. Pass to Peterson. Deflects the pass. Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Wow, Banchero using his size to find a path to the rim.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Phenomenal strength there by AD to take the hit and finish that one.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Davis. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Salon. Here's Peterson. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the triple.
You can tell his hustle inspires the entire squad. He really gets everyone so amped up.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton, and Coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
And Allie, thanks. And so it's Milwaukee with it. After the basket by Charlotte. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Davis. Second chance effort. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
You can hear the coaches from the sideline saying, stay down. You can't fall for the pump fake, but Porzingis adept at it there.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Porzingis.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Here's Peterson. 5 points in the game. Going inside. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Bucks trail by 4. The drive by Porzingis. Chalk up 2 there. Porzingis has got 6.
Got to be so hard to stop a drive by Porzingis. How are you going to get to where it is the ball's going to get?
Here's Peterson. Halliburton outside. 4-3. Giannis with the rebound. Here's Milwaukee. Trailing by 2. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now here's Banchero. Pass to Salon. Shoots over Davis. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Basket counts.
The size and skill combination really puts pressure on the D. Davis. So good at using it to his advantage.
Here's Salon. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Driving in. And he dunks it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Basket's good.
And I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
Banchero outside. .36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Salon. That three's off the mark. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can, but inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
They get the rebound. Tries again. Charlotte's shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. No good on the free throw. That one's no good. Picked his pocket. Here's Stokes. Up and in on the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
To the inside. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Milwaukee out in front, leading by 1. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Milwaukee.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Here's Andrews. Here's Stokes. Pure from three-point range. Stokes has got 5 points.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
DiVincenzo saying, I got that too.
It's stolen by Smart. Pass to Tilly. The three. He drops it from range. Now it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Clock at 6. All sorts of time. That shot is off.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Here's Stokes. He has 7. To the paint. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Smith outside. There's the 3. And they're able to recover. Here's Tilly. Kicks it out to Smart. Pass to Kamari. They shoot again. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
They set the screen. Here's Andrews. That's tipped. To the middle. Here's Tilly. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Hey, it takes a lot of confidence and ability to pull off that reverse.
Hey, from anyone else, it'd be shocking. But this guy, he's got it. He's that talented. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Milwaukee leading by 3. Right side, DiVincenzo. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. He takes it in. Stokes. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. So both teams making some changes here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Charlotte on D. They trail by 1. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the line. And the Bucks miss again. Banchero surveys. They set a pick. 1:25 left in the second period. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Left side, Porzingis. Porzingis putting the size to work.
I don't know who's going to get up for that as Porzingis skies for the dunk.
Banchero in the post. And he can't jam it through. Milwaukee in the lead. Pass to Jackson. Right side, Davis. Pulls up, high post. It's wide right, hits off the rim. 29 seconds left in the second. Here's Peterson with the drive. Giannis with the rebound. Jackson outside. Puts it up from the high post. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Porzingis grabs the board.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Milwaukee shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both shots. Stolen by Davis. Jones from outside. And we've reached halftime in this one. Bucks ahead. They lead by 7. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Milwaukee leading by 7. And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Kessler. Here's Peterson. And the 3 off target. In transition. Here come the Bucks. Antetokounmpo with it. Haliburton picks him up. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Tyrese Haliburton. This is his second trip to the line in the game.
How is it that Giannis always seems fired up? I mean, this guy has a true enthusiasm for the game and for competition. He just delivers night in and night out. That's what makes him a star.
Haliburton, no good. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. And stolen by Banchero. It's 2-on-1. Kessler down low. No points yet. Yep, count it.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Pass to Salon. Back to Haliburton. To the left wing. Here's Banchero. Finds room and goes for the jam. Banchero.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
Antetokounmpo outside. Jackson outside. Nails it from 3.
I mean, really, this is the evolution, the point-forward concept in full display here tonight as Giannis is becoming one of the more dominant versions of that.
Pass to Peterson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way. But maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Here's Haliburton. And it's Haliburton. Gets it to go inside.
Standing 6'5", Halliburton, one of those longer, lanky guards that can get out there and use his size to disrupt.
Kicks it out to Jackson. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter. And Carroll with it. Jackson in his pocket. Back to Halliburton. And Carroll outside. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
A combination of brute force and skill on the interior. Paolo Banchero.
And Antetokounmpo, here we go. Can't connect from short range. Hornets trail by 7. Halliburton for 3. Ooh, a long-range missile from Halliburton.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Outside for Davis. No good on the 3. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They grab their own miss.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Charlotte's shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw misses. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. And he sinks the second. Milwaukee leading by 3. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. By Darko Rajakovic. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
And the other team is running all over them right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 7 points.
Well, he's got no problems getting inside if there's that kind of room available. Dante with 2.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Sinks the tray. He's got 10.
Well, you want to chase him off the three-point line. DiVincenzo able to settle in that time.
Out to the wing. Here's Andrews. DiVincenzo with the steal. And he lays it in off the breakaway. And it's an 8-point Milwaukee lead. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Can't hit from the elbow. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Milwaukee making a switch here. The Bucks leading by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter here. Pass to Smith. Back to DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. The shot no good. And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Andrews. Here's Stokes. From downtown, it's Milwaukee with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Tilly. And he jams it home with authority.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. And it's Andrews missing. The Bucks leading by 8. Smart for 3. That one doesn't drop.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
DiVincenzo can't hit. Hornets trail by 6. Here's Stokes. Oh,
get up to throw down.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And another miss by Milwaukee. Here's Dick. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside, DiVincenzo. And out of bounds, Charlotte will have it. Here's Charlotte now. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Outside Dick. Here's Andrews. It's kept alive. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Milwaukee in the lead. Smith outside. Outside, DiVincenzo launches a 3. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Stokes. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Down low. In close.
Just to make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
He shoots. Here's Smith. Off the window. It's good. Smith got his first 2 points of the night.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Uncovered. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
How huge is that bucket? When in doubt, get it to the big fella.
The more that you level up in the game of basketball, it becomes about the matchups, identifying the weakest link, and then exploiting it.
Hornets trail by 3. Here's Stokes. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. 17-foot shot on the way. Rebound, Milwaukee. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Stolen by Jones. In transition. Now Porzingis. Over Banchero. Porzingis misses. Banchero in the post. Halliburton outside. The kick out to Banchero. 5 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And when they need a bucket, Banchero wants to be the guy to get it. And he's got a nose for the big situations.
Giannis to the cover. Count it.
It's so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Up top, Davis. Missed inside. It's all come down to this. One critical possession.
And, B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kessler a screen. Back to Halliburton. 6 to shoot. Here's Salon. Misses the 3. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
5 ticks left in the fourth quarter of this one. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
An insane scenario. Not enough time for a catch-and-shoot 3, so it has to be an alley-oop that draws the and-1 foul.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
An insane scenario. Not enough time for a catch-and-shoot 3, so it has to be an alley-oop that draws the and-1 foul. And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Nah, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
And so it's Milwaukee who's